So judge steps in and quells tensions between state prosecutor and accused counsel in the Free State asbestos trial. A heated exchange ensued between state prosecutor Johan de Nysschen and advocate Laurance Hodes, who represents former Free State Premier Magashule and businessman Edwin Sodi. Among other unsavoury remarks exchanged, Hodes accused de Nysschen of prosecutorial misconduct in the manner in which he handled the extradition proceedings of Moroadi Cholota, Magashule's former PA. Newzroom Afrika's Juniour Khumalo reports.
Tempers flared in the Bloemfontein High Court on Wednesday. The heated exchange was the result of a disagreement between the state prosecutor and one of the legal counsels representing some of the accused. Prosecutor in the multi-million rand Free State asbestos case, advocate Johan de Nysschen, urged the court not to allow advocate Laurance Hodes to cross-examine Hawks investigating officer Captain Benjamin Carletz. Carletz is the officer who in 2021 decided to charge Magashule's former PA Moroadi Cholota in the asbestos matter and the first witness in the trial within a trial to ascertain whether the High Court has the jurisdiction to hear the matter against Cholota. Hodes represents Magashule, businessman Edwin Sodi, Sodi's company Blackhead Consulting, in this case, said it was in his client's best interest for him to be allowed to cross-examine Carletz.
This court must determine whether it has jurisdiction to hear Ms. Cholota in light of what we've referred to and whether there were irregularities in the extradition. In that inquiry, I act for Mr. Magashule amongst others. He has a right, he has an obligation, never mind the right, to put his version in relation to that before the court. Cross-examination is I can quote from Dutoy at length, ad nauseum, is a tool to arrive at the truth.
Contrary to Hodes' view, de Nysschen argued that he had no grounds to cross-examine Carletz as the hearing underway impacted Cholota.
Pertaining to the issue of Advocate Hodes getting the opportunity to cross-examine Captain Carletz at this stage, a definite no. There is no substantial basis.
This then led to a heated exchange between the two counterparts. Hodes argued before the Bloemfontein High Court that de Nysschen's behavior was grossly unprofessional and unbefitting an officer of the law leading up to Cholota's extradition.
So who's creating the conflict of interest and who had a duty to speak to another legal officer or another colleague? It was on the state. What should they have done? I'll answer him. I'll answer every question he asked me and I'll answer the ones for him. He should have at that stage contact Mr. Nkwashu and said, listen, we're thinking of using your one client as a state witness. If there's a conflict, please be warned so that you'll know how to act accordingly. But no, they keep quiet, which is the pattern here. They keep quiet and they go straight to his client and they do that. It's a disgrace. He can smile as much as he wants. I've got no sympathy for him after what he said today.
In response to Hodes' jab, de Nysschen argued that the state was empowered to identify suspects and witnesses and had from the onset pinpointed Cholota as a state witness. He maintained that there was therefore nothing untoward regarding his conduct. Judge Philip Lopsha had to step in.
Proceedings are expected to continue on Thursday, with Judge Philip Lopsha expected to give a ruling on whether Hodes is going to be allowed to cross-examine Carletz. For Newzroom Afrika on channel 405, I'm Juniour Khumalo at the Bloemfontein High Court.